2 hours before high tide. Hurricane is predicted to make landfall somewhere between Savannah and Charleston around midnight to 2 a.m., which again will be high tide. Right now the sun's shining in Myrtle Beach. The wind is picking up. It'll probably be another 3 or 4 hours before we really start having much effect. We've moved everything off the porch, all the porch furniture. For insurance purposes, can record our belongings. Cameron's room. That was Catherine's room. This is Cameron's room. Her chest and bed, antiques. Judy's room. She has an old chest also, an antique bed.
This little feature,
Den.
You can make it talk. Hello, Magellan. How are you?
Hey, that's kind of cute. Can I try?
Oh, certainly.
Thank you.
There you go. Give it a try.
Ooh, Magellan, how are...
Hi, Cameron.
It's biting my finger! It's biting my finger! Pull it
It's
off!
not
Pull
biting
it
your
off!
finger. Here, I'll take it off. I'll make it. Magellan, no, don't get upset. Please, don't get upset. Oh,
This is our room with our new Link Taylor furniture, I believe. Chest, a dresser, bed, and 2 bedside tables. Living room, brand new $2,000 rug that Nancy just got. New tables, 2 new battery went dead. I had to change it. Another table in our living room. Brand new 26-inch TV, VCR, stereo there behind the lounge chair.
No, I thought I said no eating cookies in bed. It's not a cookie, Mother.
We've boarded up the plate glass windows in the morning room. This is the oak table. New wicker furniture. And a new rug. And the dining room furniture. With an old silver tea service that we just had refinished. And several paintings throughout the house.
When Ocean Spray adds sweet, sunny oranges to tangy cranberries, something cool and refreshing happens to sandwiches. Wow! Cran fruit brand sauces add a cool, refreshing zing to everything.
Al, now stop putting yourself down.
Also,
Stop being sorry. You put...
if you want a little muscle in your car,
Foyer. And the kitchen. color TV. Boarded up the plate glass windows in the back, moved everything off the porch. You can hear others boarding up their houses. It's still an hour before high tide.
Look how smooth it is. The ocean is rough.
Like I said, it's still an hour before high tide. Already, water's coming up to the dune line. And it's 12 hours before the storm is supposed to strike. On September 21st. Latest predictions are that Hugo will be striking on a direct path to Myrtle Beach sometime around midnight, 1 a.m. It's almost 4 hours past high tide, but the tide has really not gone down very much. Storm surge could be pretty devastating. Not had a lot of rain so far. Just a little bit, we'll be leaving. Go over to Frank and Harriet Clark's house. See what this yard looks like tomorrow. 22nd. And Hugo has passed us by. Hit Charleston sounds like pretty hard, but I think Myrtle Beach has been spared. We came to Loris, spent the night at Daisy Elementary School. It was very safe and secure here. Really just a few limbs down, not a whole lot of damage here. Did you sleep last night, Catherine? How was it? We've just been allowed back to the beach. We're at the Jade Tree Cove to see what's been the damage that's been done here. Obviously, the ocean came way on up the street. Parts of boardwalks and decks all over the road. Doesn't seem to be any major building damage, but beachfront decks and boardwalks and swimming pools, I think, are pretty well gone. Some roof damage on these buildings. First floor of the Jade Tree Cove is just about completely gone. The pool is still here, but that's about all you can say. One window on the Carolina winds blown out, which is pretty remarkable. You can't see the ocean front side. Second floor on up looks like it's pretty good shape, but probably some roof damage, maybe some water damage from the roof leaking. Ocean front on the sand dunes looked like it took a beating. The ocean dunes. devastating, but it sure could have been a lot worse. This is inside one of the ground floor units, jade tree, and this 3 or 4 foot of sand.
Huh? Do you think it got to the second floor?
Front parking lot's probably got 2 or 3 feet of sand on it.
Is that what that was showing? This hole? How far down it goes?
Hard to tell. There's a camper over there destroyed.
Alan, let's go see what's happened to our house.
This used to be
Can I see?
down there.
Can I see?
We are driving down what road, Alan?
Ocean Boulevard. What used to be Ocean Boulevard.
What used to be Ocean Boulevard.
Covered with about 2 feet of sand.
And it's covered with about 2 feet of sand here. And Catherine is now in the Ocean Forest section, and it's hard to even drive on the road because of all the sand and all the debris. As you can see, it's quite rough.
Used to be sand dunes all along here.
Used to be sand dunes. And also a little sidewalk. Because this little thing. Okay. This is terrible.
You see right here how much sand there is.
Ooh. Take this before it drops down to the bed. Ooh, we could get stuck.
It's recording, Mom. That was good.
It's about 6 o'clock on Friday the 22nd. We've been back to Newport Beach for about an hour and a half. This is what we found. The yard completely gone. The sand dunes are gone. Beach is down. Completely different situation. area, there's remarkably little structural damage to houses, it would appear. That's about the worst I've seen right here in this area. Public access at 44th Avenue. Picnic table that Avon built for us. It was moved about 60, 70 feet right up against the house from where it was. A lot of debris just washed right up to the house. This was Saturday, September 23rd, I think, about 9 o'clock in the morning. We had a severe thunderstorm about 6 o'clock this morning that dumped a lot of rain on us. Still no power, water's contaminated, and no indication when any of that will be restored. See something out there in the ocean. Some pilings from a pier or like boardwalk or something. Back around 75th Avenue, that's the Sand Dunes Hotel. It's the Ocean Dunes. Tree. Just a little bit of everything out here.
quite a bit of damage, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Boat's right there beside right upside the bridge. Look how short that boat's placed. Oh, them people there have some money.
To that meeting that you're going to.
Teaching our citizens aware of what's going on. We're really trying to do our very best for them.
And I know you are. Thank you, Betsy, very much. The town council member on the Isle of Palm talking to us about the fact that the trip has been canceled until further notice. You folks who live on the Isle of Palms who are going to Patriots Point to get over to the island, forget it. Everything's canceled until further notice. Perhaps tomorrow, if the weather improves, the trip will be reinstituted again. We'll let you know as the situation changes. Donna, what do you have?
Okay, the Corps of Engineers disaster teams are going to be in all counties by Friday. The Corps of Engineer disaster teams to help us out, give us the help that we need, are going to be in all counties by Friday. I just got this word, Bill. Once again, we need to remind you, stay off the rivers, stay off of the roads if you can. We know that you need to get out to the stores, maybe get gasoline, you need to get candles. That's understandable, but don't go sightseeing because it's really going to be dangerous out there. Bill?
Donna, some good news for some people, and that is in the city of Charleston and even coming here in North Charleston this morning. I saw some traffic lights that were working, and I
did too.
Did you?
Yes.
Is that an amazing sight? Don't you want to say hallelujah? I can't believe civilization is starting to gradually
I almost
creep back.
ran a red.
You did? Just to see what it would be like?
No, I didn't know what it was. I didn't know it. The traffic light was working. It took me a minute to realize that the red didn't stop.
Folks, things are gradually getting back to normal. I know that's not much comfort for those of you who live in the rural areas who still don't have much water pressure and certainly don't have electricity, but you will be tended to sooner or later, and I know that you're discouraged right now, many of you. Your tempers are about to flare, but bear with us as best you can because things are getting back to normal slowly but surely. Donna, for the first time today in my neighborhood, the trees were cleared away. I could actually get to my house, and I saw an SCE&G power company guy riding down my road, and I wanted to stop him and kiss him, but I thought he might hit me, so I didn't. So we've evacuated.
And that my phone there is completely down.
Take a picture.
All right, tell us about that, Bert. Give us the latest information on it. That's all right. Don't worry about it. We're just going as ad-libbing as we can here.
Exception of the parents will understand that with the C1 and this repair unit, we have remaining 50 other clients and all this.
That is unbelievable.
Sure, go ahead. Go ahead. How many names do you have, Bert?
20.
Go ahead. Let's go. I think this is important enough. All right.
Locate the relatives of the F unit.
Boy, it'll be a week before they get things.
And F4 are
snap the power poles right now.
And they can be reached at 669.
It'll be a long time before they get there.
661.
Repeat all those numbers every time you mention one.
Well, we have not been able to get an 800 number, so we're suggesting that the concerned people call collect if they have Tracy Brown, Brian Murdoch, and Patrick McConnell. And let me say so that the document was without event. It was absolutely flawless. The clients are in good shape and being taken care of well. Staff from Coastal Center, we know the clients, have been sent along, and the entire Coastal Center campus personnel are being mustered to go up there and do their shift. They'll be working 12 days a week and they'll get released every 2 days. This is for the evacuation is that we are without power, and we were recently up until the other day, yesterday, I believe, without water.
that wind being top heavy. Boy, that is, I have never seen nothing like that in my life. I can't even imagine that's what it would look like.
Looks like they must be working this way on the power lines because these are all
they're all up. That's unbelievable. And that's from here back to all top heavy. That wind got this rustle and twist and we broke.
Trailer tore up right there.
Don't run up on the back of somebody now. People stopping on the side of the road just taking pictures.
Look over here, Alan, that big old boat in the woods.
He was building that boat in the woods. That boat ain't never been in the water. That's where he was building it.
Oh, it's just turned sideways. Fell off the support man. Oh, there we go. Well, the boat's
Sitting out in the highway.
Takes a licking but keeps on ticking.
A meeting at 10 o'clock Tuesday morning in Randolph Hall in the boardroom. The fall weekend scheduled for parents and alumni this weekend obviously has been canceled. College of Charleston classes are to resume Monday, October 2nd. The doors open Sunday, October 1st.
lot of tree specialists out now, ain't there?
Yep.
Everybody's a tree specialist. I've been cutting trees over Howard for 20 years. We'll figure that out. You don't need to pick it up in there. You don't want to buy it. Stump taking up something that you can see.
I've already got some stumps.
Just blowed over the trees. Hey, there's Howard.
Big old oak trees just gone.
And look at that one. Damn, the bridge has moved over 20 foot from where it was at. Is that windows out of that building right yonder? See that tall one over yonder? That's windows out, isn't it?
Probably is, Amy. Hold your feet up.
Oh, look at that.
Look at that mare ripped right out of the road.
Uh-oh. Look at there at the end of that line, folks.
Don't get too close to
There
it.
ain't no hot wires there.
Well, I ain't lying. That antenna up there. Light it up. It ain't nothing tall.
They might be getting ready to throw the switch.
Boy. Too high. Look at that. Boy, now that was a waffle tree.
Talk about a direct hit.
I mean, direct.
Which way Hugo?
Huh?
Which way Hugo?
And which way do I go?
Which way Hugo?
You go?
Hugo this way, we go that way.
Hugo came this way, and then he turned around and went this way.
God, that is bad.
Isn't it? Look at that house across the street.
And you think you got problems?
Yeah. Hey, how are you? Oh, it's terrible. It's terrible.
30th week and a day since Hugo. A lot of cleaning up has been done, but there's a lot more to be done. That's the old burned out shipwreck. It used to be completely covered by sand. Behind that is a bunch of sandbags that used to be up in the dunes. Those sandbags were not placed there, they were just washed out there. That's where they ended up. They were under the dunes when dunes had been rebuilt in previous years. Still see scorch spots on this wood from when the ship burned, something like late 1800s. It got caught in a storm transporting turpentine from the Caribbean to North Carolina, I believe. This house had a beautiful backyard, very secluded from the beach. See some of the dune walkovers are now just freestanding, although some people have already started rebuilding the dunes. That little bit of shingle damage is just about the extent of the damage that our house sustained. Other than the yard. This is Saturday, October the 14th. 3 weeks and a day since Hugo. We have some new sand dunes, compliment of the government. They push dunes up, just pushing sand up off the beach. Pretty much from one end of the Grand Strand to the other, mainly because we were supposed to be experiencing extremely high tides this weekend. Astronomical high tides due to alignment of the moon and the earth and the sun or something. The tides have not been as bad as predicted, mainly because the wind has been so calm and there's no storm system. So we have a continuous dune, no longer a nice view of the ocean from our living room, and it's difficult to get to the beach. Frida Wiley. There's even more of it exposed now. Not many people have started restoring their yards yet. far as the eye can see. Next thing we'll see on this tape is a recording of a video made by Cox Cable of Hugo and the aftermath.
Southernmost along the Grand Strand coastline is a narrow strip of land known as Pawleys Island. Entire neighborhoods were wiped out in some sections of Pawleys, with damage slightly more selective elsewhere. In other instances, houses were lifted from their foundations and thrown into others, while a few were carried intact out into the marsh or completely across to the mainland. In fact, marshfront properties on the mainland itself suffered heavy damage from the tidal storm surge as well. On its way there, the surge of water cut a new inlet through Pawleys Island along the road to its southern tip. One home had the misfortune of being located on that site. Much like Pawleys Island, the southern portion of Garden City is a narrow strip of land dotted with mostly wooden homes, and much like Pawleys Island to the south, storm surge damage from Hugo was devastating there as well. Again, many structures were nowhere to be found, some completely destroyed, others smashed into neighboring homes. Some estimates place the loss of homes in Garden City and Pawleys Island at 1 in 5, or 20%. Especially in Garden City, huge amounts of beach sand had to be plowed from roads like heavy snow from a blizzard. And again, some homes were left in the marsh or washed to the other side.
They've been there for a long time.
Did that survive?
good spot. You need to go down and build your house.
Beachfront condominiums further north along Garden City protected some neighborhoods to a degree, but damage was still severe. First floor units in the larger buildings were gutted with contents crushed against rear walls or blown out the other side, sometimes into the road and onto properties across the way. Cars were half buried along with debris and sand in the street. All swimming pools, decks, and piers had been washed away. The well-known restaurant and marina area of Merrill's Inlet took not only a direct hit from the storm surge that had crossed Garden City on the other side of the Marsh Creek, but also became the resting place for tons of debris from Garden City carried across on the crest of the waves. All docks and structures on the marshfront suffered damage. Most restaurants lost their rear walls and decking, and Captain Dick's Marina was reduced to a pile of rubble in the parking lot where it used to stand.
Still on it.
Marshfront homes in the exclusive Mount Gilead area just north of Murrells Inlet also felt the force of the storm. Some homes were completely destroyed, while others were heavily damaged. Again, debris from Garden City across the creek was piled on smashed homes and properties in addition to the remains of what was already there.
Way to this way.
I've been trying to get the water
Just north of Garden City and Mount Gilead lies the coastal community of Surfside Beach. Surfside is made up of both condominium structures and wooden homes, and again, damage from Hugo's surge was extensive. One house was torn from its pilings and placed in the road. Others were destroyed or scattered about. And again, condominium buildings almost uniformly lost their ground floors.